Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. And done. And no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for your help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you. You know say plenty people no get for vote the time for election. Not because they no want for vote, but now because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you what so, now it go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for vote and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as then they tell them for do. But hey, remember say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then a number one step we go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you no go for vote. And I think this way person no go able for help people. What in this mean? It means say no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na Kalbaton and then you dey work na Lomley, how you go able for go and vote na that side? You go able for waka? The answer na no. So, no make that mistake dey. As them blow the whistle when they say, hey, today na the 3rd of September for begin the voter registration. Do ya try by all possible means for register na the center where they near you house. So the day when they go say for voting, whether Mutuka deal, Mutuka not deal, not to you business. You dey go serve na morning, vote, return back na you house. So you see, if you make this mistake, the possibility go they say you no go vote 2023. So waiting at this yagba now for say me party go continue for then a power or me party go return a power if I not able for vote. You want vote, they change the whole situation.
Election time they come. Members, waiting we don't be. You know the trouble and wahala where we be don't see. So take your time today and know waiting you for do. No make that same mistake. Let's tomorrow you know go say if I be no. make you come, oh Lord. Come and free this land for we. All the riches when they come on at the land, but still the big one they no get no plan. Look how we left and look how the lantern. When we talk then jail we, then say them go kill we. Una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Oh, the way we they live now it better make we die. Oh, una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Oh, the way we they live now it better make we die. To you, we dey cry to you, we dey beg you, make you come, oh Lord. Come and free this land for we. Daddy go, we dey pray to you, we dey cry to you, we dey beg you, make you come, oh Lord. Come and free this land for we. We don't tire for so far. We all learn again. We don't get the right for talk. Waiting in the morning. We all learn again. We don't get the right for talk. Waiting in the belly. We dey pray to you, we dey cry to you, we dey beg you, make you come, oh Lord. Come and free this land for we. Daddy God, we dey pray to you, we dey cry to you, we dey beg you, make you come, oh Lord. Come and free this land for we. Riches when they come on at the land, but still the big one they no get no plan. Look how we left and look how the lantern. When we talk then jail we, then say them go kill we. Una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Oh, the way we they live now it better make we die. Oh, una kill we. to you, we dey cry to you, we dey beg you come on, Lord. Come and free this land for we. Daddy God, we dey pray to you, we dey cry to you, we dey beg you come on, Lord. Come and free this land for we. Yeah. Politicians they come to we for make we give them job. We give them job interview questions. Some a pass, some a fail. But you will pass. Make you remember what you write now you paper. And you will fail. Make you go study very hard for the next 5 years.
This is J-Bank's music, the hottest.
If you want for pass you exam, do you for study? Oh.
This now we have
If you want for pass you exam, do you for study? Oh. If you want for pass you exam, do you for study? Oh. If you want for pass you exam, do you for study? Oh. Salon, now we home. Salon, now we all young. Salon, now we home. Salon.
Election time they come. Members, waiting they don't be. You know the trouble and wahala where we be don't see. So take your time today and know waiting you for do. No make that same mistake. Let's tomorrow you know go say if I be no. Election them they come. Remember, waiting below me. You know the trouble and wahala where we be don't see. So take your time today and know waiting you for do. Don't make that same mistake. Let's go tomorrow, you know go say if I be no. 1962 election, now the free and fair one. Then now the day, kuku jumbuku, now the day. 1967, the opposition, Martina in the winner. But 1973, elections, problem in the day. Opposition party, we boycott the election, and we all go member, eating them, we be happy. So let we change the way, so that we don't go make the same mistake. And the next election, we dey come for we in a salon. How long we consider and we consider well. We youngest will join us so that Salon go before. Plenty people be lost their life and property. People they be afraid for take part by the election. People they be afraid for COVID because it not be safe. And it's the way you from. Now all of us you be the hearing. Consider today waiting on no posting you. 1977 Electoral Commission. Cause last time the commissioner and gone have been the chairman. So do you know we learn and big sense from waiting the lobby? Let we all listen and try for you waiting I next see. Elections and they come. Remember waiting the lobby. You know the trouble and wahala where we be the see. So take your time today and know waiting you for do. Don't make that same mistake. Next tomorrow you don't go say if I be no. Elections them they come. Remember, waiting we don't need. You know the trouble and wahala where we don't see. So take your time today and know waiting for you. Don't make that same mistake. Next tomorrow you don't go say if I be no. Election, we all remember 1982. Now so on the hard business and who being the day. 1986, this slowly it continued. But 1995, I next day, all nonsense for stop. We get it from now. Ben no go dede, go jumoku, no go dede. Election defense, where we all walk out together, so that we go able for choose the government where we want. So then we pray to God, so that God will choose for we. Let we not follow people and promise from politicians then. Election time they come. Remember, waiting we don't be. You know the trouble and wahala where we be don't see. So take your time today.
All right. Please, we experienced some small challenge with regards to sound, but just tell me if the sound are okay before we start the program proper, because we get a lot of things for you today. So just tell me if the sound okay, so we will start the program right off. We don't play music for long, unusual, but we don't. Okay, now I'm pretty sure about that. If the sound okay, please tell me. I mean the sound where they talk now.
Election time they come. Remember, waiting we don't be. You know the trouble and wahala where we be don't see. So take your time today and know waiting you for no do. No make that same mistake. Let's Umara, you know, go say if I below.
All right, so one thing we I want for begin with, I want for first of all say sorry because we don't start late, we get some challenge. I don't say we actually don't stand by, but we get some challenge with regards to sound. I find out say where we talk, the sound not come out, but I'm pretty sure it's okay now because I don't tell you. Thank you very much. Well, I want to tell you something first. The time we will be small, where we they go school. If you pass along that Abacha Street, first way they call Kisi Street, you get some thief man then for then gain you trust. You feel protected around them, then they come meet you. Bobo, watch that guy do the kind of now for one, it's a thief. So when you make as if you know when you take and now say, okay, this man don't save me, and can't hear you now, can't begin by you. The minute when you mistake, it thief you, you say if you know go ever believe. I think now the system this now where they happen inside the country, yeah. Then they give we that kind plenty words, put that kind of action we go make we feel as if they everything okay. And the minute where we mistake, then they give we that way they say kandabele, then they slap we sober one. Well, this one now time now this way we need for be very much aware of things that will happen, and then we go able for know when and how for able for move with certain things then. Well, some things then they will be no happen. We find out say the same way caretaker Bio became as the caretaker of we yard in 2018. One of the things that we tell we all join them in the fight against corruption. Okay, so when we say that we join her in the fight against corruption, one of the first set of people and we actually come and say, okay, until you don't call we ready and we ready for battle you. Now the Africanist Press. Africanist Press, now the first answer to the call of we caretaker. Then say, we don't come out, we go ready for day with you. So waiting they happen now. Then Papi say, okay, so now we'll continue, we'll go the ball. Not knowing that the PA gets another idea, it gets another bad plan for people then. Well, as we go now, we don't able to find out plenty things them through the Africanist Press. They don't do things then now so much that caretaker Bio and Inkaba don't feel threatened. And now they don't say, no, this thing way Africanist Press do, it don't pass mark. So now we've been called and selling and join we in the fight against corruption. But now we need for shut them down. But this could be like say, na joke at the joke. But Uda they understand, Uda know, will not say, not to joke, we actually the joke. Because nothing will happen, it can happen in a reality, and a thing way right now, as we talk so, then they try for make sure they put things them in place. Well, Africanist Press, they update we with regards them particular things, then they waiting, they happen. Well, we not go waste plenty time. We want to begin the ball rolling and go one time in the way they tell we about different things them, including Fatima Bio, for example, where Fatima been tell we now that time we been get to Tom, where it talk this year so today, and by the time it Mara, it change and back tomorrow in another program. That is if you not catch a more. Now so it don't deal with we all them 10 there. I don't mean for talk anything or if you feel say waiting with the talk, no, okay, please cross-check because today we can play some videos them for you. At the same time, we they come back and look inside the Africanist Press, different things them where the Africanist Press we don't put for we. Yeah, so no go no side, we there so for make you able to understand. But I think say what we go do, we go start with this. Also, one issue being come up where Africanist Press been choose say, let them bring things that we get for do with the office of the First Lady, hands off our girls. Well, we find out say, waiting this woman they talk, now different places them. If you able for calculate 1 to 2, 2 to 4, you will find out say something really wrong with what they talk, like not consistent. Well, let me remind myself of also we've been come out with regards this whole thing, and then we come back for we can continue. This is not just a background to also we come out, plus waiting the Africanist Press don't do. Remember, so the revelation they continue, and this revelation will continue now in this bill government no one foresee. Now remember for
the public money that was given to the organization for the fight against rape and teenage pregnancy were mostly spent on personal shopping needs. But most importantly, both the disbursement, the budgetary allocations were in violation of the finance laws of the country, and the utilization of the funds, did not follow the finance regulations, especially the Public Finance Management Act.
The First Lady explained to us how she receives money for the running of her office.
As far as I know, every First Lady before me, when they want something, they go to State House and they write. The office of the First Lady is part and parcel of the presidency. So if you want a table, you write to the office of the president. They buy the table and they brings it. How it is sourced, who sourced it, how much was paid, that is not my own concern because they don't consult me on those things.
The office of the First Lady is not part of a government institution. In Sierra Leone, I've been blessed that my husband actually got me my own office where I can wake up in the morning and go to work and come home so that we separate our home from office.
How about when you launched your Hands Off Our Girls campaign, which is to protect young girls against predatory men? You invited some West African First Ladies to attend. Did you pay for their flights and accommodation?
I paid for the accommodation. That is what happened to when I visit them.
And everybody in this country knows say I do waiting no other First Lady not able for do in this country, and that is bringing another First Lady into this country. I not bring one, but bring 6 other First Ladies within the sub-region. Bring 2 foreign ministry within the sub-region. Bring the deputy head of ECOWAS and bring the deputy head of the AU in the whole of Africa inside Sierra Leone for come launch the Hands Off Our Girl campaign. Now, would you feel say go pay the bill? When you want to let the world know who you are, when you want to let the world know what your country stand for, when you want to let the world know say yes, you young government and the country where you dey under, the president where you dey under, that presidency, he believe in gender equality. You have to do something for make the world know. So yes, I use that money towards that because all the people and the way they for come to this country, now somebody there for foot them bill. Anytime another First Lady invites me for Ghana in country, now in they buy me tickets. Now in they buy me PA in ticket, he buy me security then ticket, he buy me media people in ticket, now they can buy their ticket. So when they come to me, the same thing applies. I buy their ticket. And when they come, now me they host them, now me call them in my country, I get to pay their hotel bill. So just in case, if you don't know, now that one day, I had over 32 guests within the sub-region when come for the Hands Off Our Girls campaign. When come for can launch for me. And they'll all be supposed for fly can Sierra Leone. They know they work out. Not to say that they just come out in the room, then walk and go till they reach Sierra Leone. Now plane there for bring the car. So I have to pay their airfare. And when you come up and down one day, when they reach your country, now you get for feed them. Now you get for put them in a hotel. Who that they do that one day? Who say visa they pull up? Now the state get for pay for them.
The President of the Republic of Sierra Leone puts together the Hands Off Our Girl campaign. I am the face of the project.
That's part of my flagship. If my flagship has been championed by the government and it has gone into parliament and today we've got such a result, I should be really celebrating. We have tabled another for the early marriage issue, and inshallah, by the time we get to 5 years, I believe that I have 6 flagships that I work on. Okay. I believe all of them will be looked at.
So you're sure that all the procurements that happened legally, procedurally?
Like I said, those are questions that only the office of the president can answer.
I contacted the office of the president through the head of communication, Dr. Patrick Mwana. He assured me that the information minister would talk. Following a meeting at State House, apparently on the interview request, Information Minister Mohamed Rahman Suare called me to say no one would take the interview. I contacted the head of the Anti-Corruption Commission, Francis Benkaifala, to know whether or not they had looked into the matter. Not yet, he said, adding, and I quote, "The office is captured under audit and we will do her part as part of that review process."
The truth you get for saying, and it no matter what truth you get for saying. Try save the future, the truth.
All right, so basically, we want the truth to come out. So now that make we dey try to come up with the different things there. So not of today, Africanist Press don't actually start for those some of them things there. Africanist Press don't do a lot of things that way me and you know about that one day. So today we can attempt for make we go able for bring some of the things that we they recently done the post and waiting on some of the things that we they don't recently the post. This is a very very big question where plenty people will really let for get answer to. So this now waiting and waiting we they can look inside today find one. Well, first of all, we want to go into one thing where we will say the Africanist Press talk about waiting and waiting. This government don't they try for do for make sure say the issue, I repeat, the issue of shutdown, for let them lock them out, for let them not broadcast, for let them not publish again. This now some of the things them way then they try for look into right now. So if you can watch now on the screen, you will see the letter where they be actually come up with for make them go able for know waiting for do for let the Africanist Press, I repeat the Africanist Press, let them not get anything for talk. We can look into that one day and waiting now the reason we make they really want for make Africanist Press not get a voice at all. So now this we can look inside right now. First of all, there's a way you do certain things, start from the top. I mean the recent one. Let me look at this. Even today, Africanist Press posts something about the presidential press person, the one where they in charge of press business, now the office of the president. But first, let me look at this. Usai, they make a request that the office of National Security, ONS, they make a request for make them able for tap Africanist Press the way out they talk, the way out they publish thing them inside the country. So let's watch this thing quick one and see waiting come. Yeah. All right. Let's just watch a quick one. So yeah. They say it come out from the 4th of May 2022. Request for admonition of the Africanist Press against inciting publication. So the question we can ask now, based on the things that we Africanist Press don't they put together, now incitement that one day, or now way for make the people and get awareness, or for make the people and go able for ask or demand for accounts, or make the government go able for account on different things them way it only do. Because this government then campaign, one of the things they campaign on for say, they want for make sure say corruption fashionable. People feared for put and pan corruption. But as it is now, we don't see say the corruption don't the pull aid. Now the top of the country, the biggest office in the country. Look at what they try for do. They say we are concerned about recent publications by the Africanist Press on the social media and the implication such publication may have for the country's peace and stability. So basically, Africanist Press do this publication where they try for show the amount of salary, the allowances, the wardrobe allowance, the rent and other things them where they give to certain government appointees. Some, well, not to government, we will talk about political appointees. Yeah. Then one the way you say now the president insisted now he say a appointees person he give his own appointment letter and he say now this will pay you. Then people they pay them pass the normal civil servant within the country. For example, Africanist Press the try for say the money no more not to the salary, just the allowance where they give. So for example, the financial secretary, yeah, Sajusu, he able for pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colonel na the army. He pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 secondary school teacher. You try for understand now, waiting all of them things that they mean. But let me see something. They say in particular, the audacity, listen what they say, the language they use, the audacity of the Africanist Press in publishing and mischievously analyzing salaries and allowances of public sector workers has the potential to cause unrest in the country. For God's sake, if this government, when they come, then say they want to make sure, say, all the salary then put them one side so they go able to treat them at the same level. For example, they get by level 5, level 12, level this. All other than a level 12, forget the same salary. All other than a level 5, forget the same salary. But waiting italic right now, most of the political appointees them, where defend themselves at level 5 or level 12, for example, they get more salary. In fact, not to what they say more, then salary the 5 times past the one they're waiting at the same level, but now normal civil servants. Now, this Africanist Press they try to put together and say, no, this not right to, when I be promised with this. But as it is now this one they do. Why all of them things there? Well, the government not like that do. The government now don't talk, say, that kind of publication they, for the Africanist Press, they compare, it means say, then they incite people. How information where person they get for they aware of things them. Africanist Press not talk say, una come on a treat to Africanist Press not say, una go beat, una go do this and that. Africanist Press just put information and say, this now we see. Well, if not so true, let them bring all waiting, then what the Africanist Press put, then come up with waiting, for example, just to get the correct one, and let we compare. If waiting Africanist Press, they talk na lie, then we step they come back at Africanist Press and tell them, say, bra, una don't lie per you, not to this will be expect. But right now, as we talk so, we know say, from where Africanist Press begin in publication, so this 10 years so, now just true, we see. For example, this video where we first play, it born out of Africanist Press, the publication. Africanist Press, now go inside, if finger, waiting the apple, it can't put them, let we see them. You understand, eh? So this be make the Africanist, the first lady, Fatima Bio, become mad, it become AYR, it become crazy, and it not think twice, it go down at the public, begin explain. BBC, explain. But we had, after the watch what the Africanist Press don't do, we begin to go back into archives, begin to watch all the videos in the world who said Fatima Abi don't talk. And we find out, say, interestingly, Fatima Abi don't talk this thing, na Ghana, na Gambia, for example. They don't tell we don't got Yunka. They don't tell we say in office, not a government office, not a part of government. In office, now a man set them up for them. So where a man they go himself, they go, then avoid the host and then come meet back even them. So when this problem don't come out, it tell me now say no, the office na part of government. Another thing where it tell we back say he don't invite plenty first lady. They would I expect say for pay for them. Again for pay accommodation, transportation, feeding, and all of them things they do. But when BBC ask, I say na accommodation no more. My brother insist on them. So for say Fatima, like and the other first lady them from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Liberia, this not the thing where we deal with. This not just a revise, where they try for revise. Let me see who side we don't come out and the work where Africanist Press specifically don't do with regards to there. So if you don't see now, they want to make sure say then shut down Africanist Press in terms of waiting, then don't they talk. This nothing where they not really like and they want to make them take action against them. Yeah. So this not the thing where actually they go on right now inside we are. So look watch this other part here, waiting and say. They say we acknowledge that access to information is a fundamental right. They know that one deal of citizen. However, it should be noted that by the nature of some information and the implication they may have for a country's peace and stability, they should not be frivolously publicized or published. So in other words, they not talk say, waiting Africanist Press talk na lie, they not ever talk about, but then say some of the information and the people not for know. Una they exploit the people. We all the work within at the same cadre, the same level, but una they get 5 times more salary than we. We not for know. where it be for say, now we do the dirty work. Una just the sit down on your corner, they enjoy things the way unnecessarily they come to una. So if somebody can tell we say, Ebo, now all the work and una the work more, but this italic say this what they do now so now this. Then they pay on a small bit, now pittance, small couple, and then they give the other one there. But the one they when they all come, when they fetch for the party, when they get award, then they pay them big money, 5 times more than them people here. They're not for no that information they. Now security threats that one day. Then tell una say, let's go set up a rebel group. No, they don't ever do that. They just tell una say, but this thing una they do so far, and not correct too. You they give this one where they bond the same term, they get the same sense, and they do the same work, you they pay them 50 million. Then this one, the same level, the same work where they do, you they pay them 5 million. Hey, but this not a rich. It's not really necessary, it's not nice. Now, all of them things the Africanist Press they talk. Now, they talk so now. Listen, wait, la continue. Then say, most of the publication of the Africanist Press have been inherently inflammatory, either causing dissatisfaction, nothing they were right to, or disaffection. Okay, disaffection amongst the public or inciting them against the government. For let people know, they are we are saying that true. They're not denying nothing, but let's continue for it. Sometimes they will deny them. They say the ONS will appreciate most highly if you could please use your good office to dissuade the Africanist Press from its continued publication of inflammatory article analysis that have the tendency to undermine the peace and stability of Sierra Leone. So all waiting in the talk, they not talk one day say, Africanist Press not talk true. Not to that they say. Then just say no more. Do you this information where Africanist Press they pull? Now true, it's sensitive, but let other people they don't know. No, just keep until we say no more. Italian for saying as society bush, the country don't want society bush. When some things that we vote, we not for no. So now that's the try for tell we so. Say because Africanist Press get the sense, get the taste, get everything. For make them go able for bring out some of them things there, please, allow we tap them. Because this one, you know, good, if other people live, no say that this kind of couple now they get, you know, go find for we. So for them, don't then consider that one day for be incitement. You know their words them here. If they not say cyber security, they go tell you say incitement, they go tell you say you undermine. We know all of the charges the way they can give. So of course, publicly don't kind of answer. This one are from ONS going down to who that it be they go to. They go to the Independent Media Commission. Yes, the chairman Independent Media Commission. By the way, Independent Media Commission now they're there for regulates. Yeah, they there for regulate the the media. So basically, then they try for tell them and they say, the talk way there they talk so now, please, now pull them, let them stop that. So one time in there, inside the new IMC Act, then say, when every year you go renew your license for if you're not a journalist, if you're not a media house, maybe you get a radio or television, on this paper. If you go renew, the IMC for satisfy with your production before ever they renew. In other words, then for make sure so you do the right thing. Waiting at the right thing, who that they determine waiting at the right thing. Imagine now if Africanist Press been there inside the country, then time reach for them go renew the license, then go give them. The answer na no. They don't give them at all. So these are the things then where we they try for look quick one. Now let me begin go some side. Some side there where I really want for let we go. Let we go watch something quick one before ever we go inside other things them where Africanist Press don't they do, where now in the possible reason where make them they try for say, no, there let we left some of them things they are, let we find other way and manner how we be able to do other things then. Interestingly, na parliament, and this na in the most important thing where make we decide for link Africanist Press then things them. When caretaker Bio go na parliament, he go talk about what? For go talk about different things them where he actually don't do. amongst the things them we don't do is a fight against corruption. Can listen waiting is say with regards this fight against corruption, where it always don't distinct to we. Because when to make they talk this, it say the way how corruption they go, it make sure say the level of poverty or the gap between the rich and the poor, the big. So we can't listen now before ever we come back and can look now waiting Africanist Press the talk. With waiting caretaker Bio instead the talk. Waiting at the difference. The difference you will find out say that in a politician and that one day a journalist where they try to publish the right thing. So for now, let me listen to caretaker Bio short one on waiting even talk about corruption and how we can link them to Africanist Press.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, fighting against corruption. My government's fight against corruption is unabated because it is linked to the future of this nation. Corruption stifles economic growth and destroys national reputation. It diverts crucial funds from healthcare, public infrastructure, security, food security. It undermines political stability and entrenches injustice and inequality, and widens the gap between the rich and the poor. The fight is dear to my heart. Our Anti-Corruption Commission.
Okay, we not basically want for them to talk for Kum. All the thing we want for do now for make sure say we listen to what he say. He say the corruption they widen the gap between the rich and the poor, and fighting corruption they very close to his heart. Okay, that's now waiting caretaker BOCNT. Now waiting we can do now for let me go now inside waiting the Africanist Press. Then begin for find out waiting then see where don't make things them like that and they come up now. Remember, take notes. He say waiting the Africanist Press waiting don't come up with waiting caretaker bill don't come up with where they can see waiting at the difference and how we were able to put them together. Low watch Keke Toma for example, yeah, where now the financial where now in the press sector. Local watch waiting in own salary tally. This not just where it come. Where it come as when they take over the office as president, the SLPP and all of them things that they local watch how a monthly salary tally. Not just can watch and quick. So you self go begin for understand something. Basically, within a channel mobile page, so something in the way if you want for aware or you want for reader more, you go follow them, the Africanist Press, yeah, on their website, or if you want, you can still follow them now the Facebook, yeah. So let's read this thing quick. Then say the net monthly salary of the president's press secretary could pay a combined monthly salary of 6 lieutenants colonel and 6 secondary school teacher in Sierra Leone. You understand what we talking? Just in net salary, where they don't put in waiting for gets. Now they try for tell we so. Let's continue. He say we will release the press secretary appointment letter in the next hours. Okay, basically they don't release them. So what they can do now? They can watch and proper one. So look at this. Let's analyze this first. Where you take the presidential, the press secretary, Keke Thomas and the lap put on away. In your net salary, in salary where they get, yeah. Channel Baste, Africanist Press say it pay 6 lieutenant colonel, and then it pay 6 secondary school teacher. So now the question where they ask now, waiting at this world where caretaker bill just don't tell we say, because of corruption, then the corruption widen the gap between the rich and the poor. Of course, we know what this means. The one when a politician for the rich or richer than the one when how they call them normal public servant. Did you understand what I mean? Look at it. You begin wonder now, say, almost then they pay this man. We make this not able for calculator that way. Let me take a look at waiting Italek for this same person inside 2018. The first appointment letter with the again, because waiting Italek every year as you grow, now so then they differentiate, then they give you more, then they ask you salary and other allowances then, yeah? So Lorica works one math, quick one. Low watch this thing, quick one. This now the appointment for the press secretary, Keke Thomas Sadi. Yeah? Low read what he said. He said, I write to inform you that it has pleased His Excellency the President to appoint Mr. Yusuf Keke Thomas Sadi as press secretary. Interestingly, now all of the information there, now ONS don't torment. Caretaker Bio, the office of the president don't torment. Then say, we vote, where they pay with tax, where they buy things them, then cost per we GST and other things them. We not get any rights for no. But there one IBN say now we rights for get information, but this particular one not for no. Because if people are noting as so that they pay themselves, then the other people are waiting on the suffer, they know they get the kind of salary where they forget, people will vex. So they don't want that one there at all. Oh, listen this thing. Then say effective from the 4th April 2018. Yeah. Please to note that his appointment is at the pleasure of His Excellency the President. The terms and conditions of his appointment are as follow. Look at map. When they say the net salary in 2018, when they just come, these don't go past this. Then they pay them for 1 month. Yeah. 36,275,000 per month. That's not just a net salary. All the other things, the allowances, this and that, another do. Low go some side quick, low watch something. Where it travel. And they can't block them for you. Don't smaller you see something. Fair allocation. Right now, almost for fair. Good. So fair allocation every day. Then they get 9 liter fuel. 9 liter fuel. And that 9 liter fuel day, yeah, per the year, the 9 liter fuel per the year, when you calculate them, it pay 3 or 6 secondary school teachers. In fuel, no more they get. It pay 6 secondary school teachers. Just the fuel, no other thing, no they. Okay, let me continue. Fuel annual leave allowance. The annual leave allowance. Basically, you see, in 2018, waiting now in salary, in net salary, now 36 million, over 36 million. So, per any year, when you ready for go leave, then they give 1 month extra salary. So, for that month, the way they ready say, may I go leave this month too. Then they give 2 months salary. So, instead of 36 million, let's calculate and quick. Let me, no waiting. I'm not a mathematician, I'm not savvy math start waiting, but let's just watch and quick. Because I just want to make sure, say, waiting at the give you 36 million, 36, 7, let's see exactly, 36, 275, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, per any month, like for example, if Tuesday, this May, at the go level, then they give them in 2018 72,550,000. Now they go up with. That's now in leave allowance down there. Now they go. So because they pay them for that month, then they get another 1 month salary. So that month say no more. This now the press secretary they get 72,550,000. Now they get. You come out today. You go to waiting and call per diem. Yeah. When they say per diem, that's now where it move. Like for example, they want to go upline, then they get per diem. Some other people then call it DSA. Yeah, they call it DSA. That's now where the money we use for travel, arrange other things. Then yeah. So where they go upline, where they travel out of the country, then they give them in per diem now UN standard. Yeah, now UN rates in the game and UN rates per day now $500. UN rate per day now $500 plus 25% of that one day. So basically $500 it go to take like 575 or 700. Calculate that for me about 25%. Okay, let's see something. Low divide in 4 quick one. $500, yeah, divided by 4. Okay, so it gets $625 any one day. $625. Now they get every one day where it travel. $625. $625. Now they get for any one move where it move. As DSA. A not up there, that is just DSA, where other people can call per diem. All right. So let me go and watch another thing. Inside there, if for example, Keke Toma they travel for go overseas. You want to go Ghana, as long as it is travel na plane for come out of the country. You know they go na Bobo Jamao because they not go and just know when you know say then they afraid in shadow. Let somebody go meet inside plane say you na this, you na that. They no one that one day. So what thing they happen? Then they go hide. Then they go sit down on one side where they call business class. Not to economy, economy when they say economize. That's not for some of we go one for travel. We just say, hey, but one for travel, one go under that Bobo Jamayon. Not so they travel with a big man. They travel with what they call business class. Who say them? Baba I like they can sit down. Now they sit down. So that they not the part of in DSL, now the office they pay down the back. So imagine where they travel. Now business class they travel with on every government appointment or government official waiting with the group. Now, something that was very important. Where now this one I want to come broke for you now, let you understand. By the way, me not be able to explain all of these things like how the one they will write them or the one they will publish the article we able to explain. So what we do next week Saturday, Africanist Press, Chenoba, Gudeya so between. Africanist Press, Chenoba, Gudeya so between. We just try for attempt. You know, say making just and not in free problem. I can attempt for interpret certain things or for explain something then for let we understand them in that normal way. Let me go then go to thing and call ex gratia. Before I explain this ex gratia, the salary and whatever, the money where it get, let me explain what in this ex gratia. Ex gratia, for example, if you dey work during time where not to office hours, yeah, like for example, you then are your host on a weekend, then they call you say, Keke Toma, the president will go so you get for car work, yeah, and not they part of a normal working hours. Now in the call, some people like even say extra time or you work, but basically not to extra time, no more in limit to. If they go like you work on weekends, you do extra thing them way sometimes. I've been supposed to do them thing there no more. Then they call me say let's take another assignment. That is the part of the ex gratia. Like you work above waiting you supposed for work. So look at more. If for example, then take say out of in working hours on Sunday and Saturday, if I go upline or if I go somewhere else, then they pay them back special for that. If they under waiting and call ex gratia. In other words, then they compensate them for 8 hours. Then they tell them the way if for been done, they relax, they chill with in family, they call and say can work. So then they pay them for that one day. So now let's look at them. This ex gratia, they not tell we say now by month so anytime this ex gratia, let's put it this way, anytime where it go out of a working zone, then they pay 15% off in salary. They are help me make this math bar. I see people watch for a while and they teach that they get into 1.3 million a month, 40,000 years. Okay. So una help me work this for quick in 2018. In salary na 36,275,000 per month. Then if 15% of that one day, now how much it will be? They will help me work that math day. Let me all do the math together. So I will know if una set the follow or they understand how it's like. Well, over time, yes, over time, basically, sometimes they somehow this one passed over time small bits. It passed over time small bits. Because ex gratia, like I don't know, maybe you're right. The overtime can be Time and half. Okay. Overtime plus time and half. Okay. Overtime. All right. I think saying that something like that. Anyway, let's see waiting the percentage could be. They still wait for we see whether we do the math for it. So when they do extra time or overtime, okay, let's use that word, the extra time. Yeah, because sometimes the way you go overtime now, like if you work for 8 hours per day, then we say okay, work 8 hours or 9 hours or 8 hours 30 minutes. Yeah, then we can say overtime or maybe 5 hours or waiting. Yeah, but this one now we could say extra time. I think that the right word I use so extra time. Where means that you can work around the clock any other time, but any time where you do that extra time, then they pay you 15% of your salary. Then they pay Keke Thomas and 15% of his salary. So imagine how much they get in 2018 and how much they get right now. How much they get right now. Now this now they comparison movie they do. So all of the information here, when Africanist Press, they try for let we understand. They say no, we know for no the one there. We know for no one. But the time we can take a bio come, then this Keke Thomas begin publish first the number because now the thing is I tell you how I begin talk. When we work on Abacha Street, the thief man in the camp, the same thief man where they within company, and they can tell you, so Bobo, be careful, that in a thief man so. As you gain in trust, yeah, now in how they put paper in the eye. Now they do me so right now. Now then they come, the time when they begin for travel, then begin say, okay, now 15 people and then they go with the president. Now 25 people, now this and this they go with the president. 1 month, then they do for 2 months, period, they don't done sharp. The next minute, what they begin do? We're not hearing that again. Now, anytime they ask him, but then they say, well, because some people can travel for this, you know, if I don't put it, nothing, they're not able to explain nothing because the number where they begin with waiting with the see right now, a bombshell. You expect them to go tell we say the president they carry 40 people where at one point in time, then they actually don't vex by the last government say, then they can go boku people overseas. Well, now then they care more past the last government. And now when they ready, then family and self, then they include them. Where they go, then drop outside and supposed for drop out, then they come back. Return fee another day, and just 1 week. You know what I mean now, eh? Okay, so somebody don't waiting. Boy Jalo Jamboria, thank you very much. Let's see if I attempt to call him. 3, okay. Okay, so now 13 million and 59,000. Anytime where they say, they pay you ex gratia, now that day, 13 million and 15,000 is the ex gratia for, fine. Now from Facebook anyway. Yes. Boy Jalo Jamboria. They said that they pay 13,000 and 13 million and 59,000 is the ex gratia for one incident. Yes. If it is paid that for every time, and let us say it does 4 ex gratia, then it gets 4 times this amount. You see? Because you see, not all we talk about, they say in ex gratia. Now, therefore, we don't tell we say if you get ex gratia per month, now this, but they say ex gratia, we mean say then they calculate them by day. Anytime when you get 1 ex gratia, then they pay you 13 million and 59,000. So imagine now, almost overtime what they do, or almost ex gratia what they get. Yeah. So let's calculate this thing. Thank you very much, Boy Jalo. Yeah. For let's just see this thing here quick. We just want for see this not what we work on Africanist Press. Not take candle from this. Yeah, now Africanist Press that they do their work. 591 2 3 times 4. Times 4. So now approximately 2 times in salary now they get. The money where they get, for example, if you get 4 ex gratia, it'll be 52 million. 52,236,000. Now they get, like if you want for do now per month, if you get 4 ex gratia, just 4. If 4 ex gratia, at that amount they pay. For where they do extra job, 4. So they get like 2 times in salary. 2 times in salary now they get. 2 times in salary. Thank you very much. Boy Jalo Jamboya. Thank you very much on Facebook. Thank you. Can you imagine? You will know if that's crazy. Anyway, waiting. MJ Conte, waiting at 5.5 million. Come on, do the math again, no? Do the math. All right, so let me move. Basically, we just work inside waiting Africanist presidency. Not all we write, not all we feel. Now let we go into proper analysis. Let we see waiting Africanist Press they write about these particular details where we see so now on the screen. Yeah. It says details of the salary and employment benefits of the president's press secretary. The net monthly salary, 36,275,000. After all deduction. So now we get this thing. Now this 36 million where they pay in 2018. When it's after all deduction, that means they don't pull in pay tax. Then that PAYE, they don't pay them. Some of we they work, they pay the cotton tax, and you know what I mean. Eh? Where they don't pay tax, maybe they don't cut NASIT, they don't cut whatever they get for cut by your salary. They don't cut all that, they don't go back to government. The money, okay, la use this other word. In take home salary, that money where they say this, it don't go inside your account. After they don't put all things in take home salary, now 36,275,000. Let's continue for it. After all deduction, paid to the president's press secretary, could pay the combined monthly salary of 6 lieutenants colonel and 6 secondary school teachers in Sierra Leone. That's now in salary. I need to try for analyze. He said it is important to note that this net salary was developed for the press secretary in early April of 2018. So basically, what they try for talk, this not their own standard, not their own figures, not their own payments when they develop. They say they develop them specially for the press secretary. And we all know the press secretary, now be always done with caretaker bill. So we all know what it means. 1 + 1 = 2. So in other words, when you work, yeah, and you don't fetch for the party camp, we get for reward you. Yeah. So now reward time. So let me move. They say we provide below the secretary that list the monthly net salary and other associated employment benefits. We decided to use this 2018 salary to benchmark the existing disparities between the Bio regime, political appointees, and other public sector workers. You see what will be the time for talk? This basically what it means. They want them where na political appointees. They want them where, for example, where Bio can have power. They want them where he come with, where he gigi job. Now the political appointees. They want the way they put by head. Now they're political appointees. Like for example, the ministers, the directors, yeah, the some heads of some parastatals, them, yeah, some commissioner, whatever. Now them people are the political appointees them. But the one way then are them the regular and public servant, like them director, then they normally can do it. Although some of them back can get political appointment because like director them so now the caretaker instead can appoint them. So we move. Let me see something. So in the time for show we say, Gigi's not caretaker, they'll talk something. I will attempt to go back to that word they way talk Gigi's not, yeah? Let me go back and listen to what caretaker be talk with regards to corruption and these disparities, this gap between the rich and the poor. And now this now gap then they create between the political appointees them and the general public workers them. Let's watch something quick.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, fighting against corruption. My government's fight against corruption is unabated because it is linked to the future of this nation. Corruption stifles economic growth and destroys national reputation. It diverts crucial funds from healthcare, public infrastructure, security, food security. It undermines political stability and entrenches injustice and inequality, and widens the gap between the rich and the poor. The fight is there to...
So you see what it say? You hear what it say? it widens the gap between the rich and the poor, and it creates political instability. So these are all the words them where they use against the Africanist Press in this letter. Let's watch this letter. This letter back where they sent to IMC. Look at this part. He say, we acknowledge that such to inform is a fundamental right of citizen. However, it should not be noted that by the nature of some information and the implication they may have for a country's peace and stability, they should not be frivolously published. So you understand? There's a concern about Dandy. So exactly that they talk. So these are two things. Waiting and the try for talk and waiting and the preach are two different things. The action and the waiting and the plan are two different things. So in other words, we are saying because of the way how the corruption talent, because it's not proper corruption, we're not all in at the same level, but we're not able to get the same salary. Because me not belongs to you, Kabbalah, not belongs to you, Cam, me own salary go small, then wait in like for example, you didn't host. Feel this pain quick. If you not main picking, or if you be not ever the outside in the main picking, feel this pain quick. You didn't host, you not main picking. The person with the menu again you picking. When a cook, et the mondo rest give. Now you do woko, now you in a kitchen, now you do with time, now you go market you come. But when it the cook, you just take one back up, it put them for you in your small pan. Then it take big pan again picking, put fish, chicken, all thing, beef, all thing. Then you when the work is done, tell me how you they feel now your heart. Now the same way then they treat people and so. So in other words, the government they treat we like we na men picking. It treats some government workers them like they're not men picking because they not belongs to the same political party. Maybe they're not common at the same region, or they're not then at the same tribe, or maybe they're not campaign for them during the election. You see, I hate for talk about tribalism, whatever, but this is real. You see them now. It's real. Now waiting and waiting to happen. I'm not like for talk about that. Let me continue for it. Waiting in the Africanist Press continue for saying. So they use this as a benchmark for the existing disparities between the Bio regime, political appointees, and other public sector workers, especially those in the security sector and the teaching service. So in other words, it is therefore tell we say, this is a serious advantage against the one that way they work in the security sector, the police and the military, not for talk about the one that way in the teaching sector. Then, in fact, then take them make per species. Can you imagine? You could pay one teacher 1,300,000. Look at how the cost of living is like now. 1,300,000. Anyway, that move here. Then say, let me please take note that the press secretary current salary and associated employment benefits is far higher today than it was in 2018. So if today maybe they pay over 32, 36 million for an intake home, we mean say they don't put all the other salary them. Boy Jamboya they tell me say that they pay over 50 million. Yeah, then after 2018 just come. Now imagine now no almost then go they pay them. They say now with this in mind, these are the question where they can ask and ask you the same question. Now with this in mind, is it wrong to ask for harmonization of salaries in the civil or public service? Wrong? Because harmonization, we didn't say harmonization for make them all day together. Let this not the under, this the under. We all know say like for example, we all a man, yeah, but this gets meaning. You call me Sepepe, you call me Bible, or you call me whatever name you want to call me. Now same thing. So it is time for say, let we harmonize. When they say harmonize, put them together. Let all them at the same level. Let it rhyme. Let it be equal. Then basically it is time for say. So it's wrong for let we ask them question today because now based on this, then come the power. It's wrong. They say meanwhile, please see. Okay, we don't see that day. The fear. Let's say they say how many liters for fuel? How many liters of fuel per day, travel, leave, and percentage of bonus pay designed for the press secretary in April 2018. So I like that other word, bonus. Yeah, I think that would be, yes, bonus will be the type for say extra hour and this and that. Bonus stuff, yeah. Now, like where they can say, you don't call, we give bonus. But you know, this is not a bonus. You don't call them bonus, na extra waiting. Anyway, any you call them. But basically, now that's anything. You see the deal? So all of them things there, where we try for bring them to now, and we deliberately do am say, most times, Africanist Press they write, not all man they read, but if fine for le we camp, broke am. By the way, la kongosa or la confess. I no go sabi for interpret am or for explainer like Africanist Press, so, but I believe say I go try small. And you don't understand what I try for saying. If you don't understand, just tell me say yes, you don't understand. Yes, Ramatullah, Ramatullah. Then say the padola, the padola, the padola, the padola, the padola, Ramatullah, the padola. That's what they say, not to me say. That's what they say. The padola, the padola, the padola, the padola. So let's go down some, let's watch another thing quick, yeah? Basically, this is not just the Facebook page I do of Africanist Press. Next week starts the Africanist Press, the camp. Follow we come and talk about different things then, yeah? So let's watch something quick. I must see other things we can talk about. We get for those money business back. Because if we find follow we compare certain things then, yeah? Different things that we get for do with money business. Because if I know they see their money there, so how this government is fingerprint per week. So look, I read something back, yeah? We're very important. If we don't watch all of them things there, then we can see waiting the SLPP talk about wage bill inside the manifesto or the same way they be the campaign. Let's watch waiting and say. China write again, yeah? May 99 published this. He said, this is what the SLPP said about wages when they were campaigning for power in 2018. So this night they talk about wages. When they talk about wages, they talk about salary, the money where they pay people them, yeah? Where the wages basically now the bigger one where you get for all the taxes then. This now waiting in top. They say, if we are to restore credibility to the service, we must coordinate the wage bill. If we are to enhance staff morale and improve on service delivery, we must control the wage bill. That book and back, reverse gear. Let's take about the Creole version if agreeable. Then say, if then for able for restore the credibility, for make back the respect we been there. Yeah, if they for able for bring back that respect day to the service. Yeah, therefore make sure say they coordinate the wage bill. Therefore make sure say they work on all the wage bill then. If they want to bring that respect back, therefore look at all the different wage bill then. Yeah, then say if therefore make sure say the people the way they work. Yeah, then if they for make okay, let's talk this other way. For make the people the way they work get morale. You know what's in a morale, eh? Yeah, where they boost them up, they blow it on, it make it feel big. Yeah, for let the workman then get morale, for let them improve on the service delivery. You know, say when workman get morale, the more they work hard. So they find out say if then for make people then for work very hard, then for make sure say they look at the wage bill and other things then say then for control the wage bill. For let them do all of them things they are, give morale, bring respect inside the service and other things that they make people work more, then for make sure say then control the wage bill. The way how salary talent, how this will get the work like just you know what they talk about. You go in at the same level, then they salary the other, then they salary the other. So this now waiting in the same. They say wages and salary must be harmonized. That means say for you know for see this different day, this me now because me I belongs, I get this, you know belongs together and they therefore make sure say they make them all level, they all day together, they all see the same way. They say on this basis of fairness and equity in the use of public resources, a commissioner or a director or director general must have an aligned, appropriate grading within the civil service comparable to other public sector workers. You see what they see? So then basically they try for say, for make sure say all of them things that they don't say, they respect calm, they make sure say people and get the morale for work very hard. Then for make sure say, if you're not director, you're not director general, you're not commissioner, you're not press secretary, or locally press secretary for all the director, commissioner, and all. Therefore, make sure say they look at the all salary. The all salary for they na the same level, as long as na the same position in the go with. So the question we may ask now, with the salary, whether they talk about, will they see difference in terms of how this go get salary to the other one or not? Remove. So basically, the ones for the elect a political appointee or the meet and they would all forget the same salary as long as then at the public sector, then a public servant. They say they need the election manifesto in 2018. Now, 4 years in power, they are arresting and sacking civil servants who call for salary harmonization. In other words, after we they don't tell we say, hey, bro, the way our salary in this country, so you not final. We want to make sure say if you're not director, this not director, not forget the same. You're not commissioner, this not commissioner, forget the same. Yeah, they want to make sure say all the level and be the same. Nobody know for get passing company because it's a Maada Bio, or this not for get passing company because in campaign, or this because in a party card holder, or because in a patron, or because in a sponsor, or because now the first triangle on the front line for the party camp. All man is salary for be the same. That means all man for equal when it comes on payments. But guess what thing? They say in 4 years after where this new direction don't kind of power. Some people and they say, hey, pa, for just to remind them, say, hey, pa, you've been saying you make sure say you look into the wage below for make sure say if me and this man then at the same level, we get the same one. Now they are at one. Waiting and begin to. Then begin to sack and arrest people where they ask or remind them for that thing. You understand? This now waiting the government to do. This now waiting the government to do. So this basically Africanist Press just the showing waiting and waiting they happen inside the. I repeat, Africanist Press they join me on this platform this Saturday. Well, Saturday. Not today, Saturday. Next week, Saturday, la put another day. That way, day. And I look next week, Saturday, will be whose day, the dates. I look for next week, Saturday. Because not only the Africanist Press go able to understand, like when you go say, not only the National Electoral Commissioner go announce the certified result of the election. So not only the Africanist Press go able for explain fine one, what they mean with all of them things they are so. So next week, Saturday, will be the 22nd of May, yeah, 2022. Next week, Saturday, 22nd of May, 2022. All right, so let me look at other things. We just need to watch the Africanist Press. They want for everybody understand the thing where the Africanist Press don't do. La attempt for being another thing, yeah, for you quick one. I hope I'm able for see them. La just attempt for see if I can able for fair. Basically, waiting this me uncle be talk again. The time where they do in talk. I hope I get them. Not to, in fact, the time where it just can. When in Africanist Press begin for all on. La watch something quick if I see them. I watch something quick if I see them. Please, hold on. Hold on, let's just see something quick because it will find make I bring it back to you. Let you see. I stay on the other side, but what I know this stay. They lost for me. They lost. Please come. Let's show something. Let people see this one again. Auditor Africanist Bio on the Africanist Press and Fatima. Yes, I don't see. So let's watch this one. Let's watch this one quick before ever we come and continue with the rest. Yeah, just watch this thing.
So I encourage all Sierra Leoneans to join me to fight corruption. This is just the beginning.
We try as an organization foresee, okay, on the question of economic management of the resources, public finances, whether this government actually committed to corruption, and the pronouncement of the government, both in the manifesto before the Ghana power and then performance over this period of 3 years, whether exactly the public pronouncement matched the actual performance.
And would you say the current fight against corruption has minimized corruption in your administration, or do you think you also have thieves in administration?
I wouldn't call anybody I've appointed as thieves, but I would tell you for sure that now, if you have to steal, you must be very cautious. You know it is risky. You know if you are caught that the penalties can be quite rigid.
Where would I tell people that money comes from? The office of the First Lady is not part of a government institution. In Sierra Leone, I've been blessed that my husband actually got me my own office where I can wake up in the morning and go to work and come home, so that we separate our home from office.
Where we publish, for example, the office of the First Lady, saying that the office of the First Lady received an illegal budgetary allocation of $3 million, the equivalent of $3 million in less than 3 years, the office of the First Lady come out, the First Lady come out and say, yes, he received the money, and he begin to justify. So basically, there has never been any of the publication, almost a year now, by the Africanist Press, in which any of these officials deny the authenticity of the publications. What they have been trying to do is to rationalize, or justify their action.
I spend money, office they spend money. They're not missing a corruption. If I spend 10 billion, they're not missing a corruption. The most important thing is I follow the procedure for make sure say, oh, my office, we get for us, if my office follow the procedure, forget the money. Where they spend the money, they account for them, and waiting a use of the office or anybody where they say they're accused of corruption, whether they use the money for the purpose for which they say. If all of them, they know because they say the office of the president use 10 billion, for we, because of Usawude, the money in himself is here for 10 billion, than at $1 million. But if you go elsewhere, you go see, say, me, if I travel today, not to be responsibility for buy me ticket or for get me plane or for spend. I not get that money, sir, for travel that way. Me, the head of state of the Republic of Sierra Leone, the state, they're responsible for me travel and me stay where they go.
And the nationalization either for say this has been how they meter in the case of salaries they say to APC leper.
Excuse me, we have all been corrupt in this country. Sometimes people talk about corruption as if they are not being corrupt. What we have to recognize and acknowledge as a country is that it is not a single person that has been corrupt. It became a culture, and that culture, fighting against a culture, is not an easy fight. The opposition, or those who talk about the wage bill, they were not able to pay that small number. But we have been able to pay ours consistently since we came. We are dealing with a nation, so it is not the numbers. Are we taking teachers for the sake of taking teachers? No. Are we taking in nurses for the sake of taking in nurses? No. Human capital development is our flagship program, remember? And for us to deliver on that, especially the education aspect, we need teachers. Good teachers, well motivated. So we've had to increase their allowances by 10%. We've had to increase their salaries by another 30%. Same for the nurses. This is not money wasted.
Okay, but they forgot that they have They promised a departure from the old ways of doing things.
Now, would you feel say go pay the bill? When you want to let the world know who you are, when you want to let the world know what your country stand for, when you want to let the world know, say yes, you young government and the country where you dey under, the president where you dey under, that president he believe in gender equality. You have to do something for make the world know. So yes, I use that money towards that because all them people and the way they for come to this country, now somebody there for foot them bill. Anytime another first lady invites me for Ghana in country, now in they buy me tickets. Now in they buy me PA in ticket, he buy me security then ticket, he buy me media people in ticket, now them can buy them ticket. So when then they come to me, the same thing applies. I buy them tickets. And when they come, now me they host them, now me call them in my country, I get for pay them hotel bill.
So when they say, for instance, the first lady in office spend whatever billions, the other question for be, who side is spending? Now clothes you go buy, now house you go buy, now hotel you go buy. No, he spend them per with picking them at this country, and he don't account for them.
Under normal circumstances, they should not even audit the office of the first lady. They only audit offices, public offices,
right,
and offices that belong to the government of Sierra Leone.
Constitutionally recognized offices.
Yes. And if there is any office that they gave government money that is not a recognized office of the government of Sierra Leone, instead of them auditing that office, they should simply ask the office to refund the money. So let us say Samuel has a company.
Right.
Do you want to say the Minister of Finance has the right to expend government money to your company when it is not part of the offices of the government of Sierra Leone? No. So the same applies with the office of the First Lady. So what the Auditor General and the Audit Service Sierra Leone should have done is just to ask the office to refund the money that was given. Instead of auditing you are wasting government resources to even go in further to audit office that should not be audited.
As long as you take money on behalf of the Sierra Leonean people, as long as you take public office and the attendance resources they give you, you subjected to public scrutiny. So let nobody no come public for can intimidate anybody with regards to accountability. Accountability na fundamental of governance, na fundamental of democracy, na part and parcel. When you give me something on behalf of the Sierra Leonean people, I get right for can answer. Say, that's the way you give me. Na so I do.
The Audit Service is one of the most respected state institutions in Sierra Leone. And you have said that it's their responsibility to hold your government accountable as much as the law allows them to. Do you feel sorry for the Auditor General for what she seems to be going through, which some say is harassment, for doing a good job, auditing your system?
Do you also pity me or my wife when they talk about her?
The Audit Service, you mean? Talk about you and your wife?
No.
But I'm specific in terms of the audit.
You're talking about her now. You seem to be concerned about her. But you know what has been said about my person, my wife, and all of these people sitting here?
Maybe you are politicians, she is not.
Public officer. She is a public. When you step into that space, there is no more fence. You are open. They say everything and anything about you. You think my intervention is going to stop? No. Should I call it the accusation you're making? It's the same thing my wife tells me. They are telling me I'm a thief, I'm not this, and she cries and that. I say, I've been called worse names than that. But nobody called me to come here. I chose to come here. If you can't stand the heat, don't go to the kitchen.
You get something where the money are you. Now this week on to the Sierra Leone. Well, are you and Justin they give you the chance for make you blow your mind? Now the program called We Are
For blow your mind.
The truth you get for say yeah. And it no matter what truth you get for say. Try save the future, the truth you get for say.
All right. So basically, I mean, just the try for give you a reminder of who say we don't come out, waiting will happen along the way. Now you know, they say one thing we are like, they say once you don't become a public servant, you not get offense. We cover you. You suppose everybody can say anything against you, but we know say that not true. We even see a man of all blacker, where he said, I think today or Western, they left and say they not get nobody not come for come and prosecute the case for come and talk more about the case now court. Anything you say, whether true or lie, against this particular leadership, you defend yourself in jail. That's not if you're lucky, or if you're not lucky, then go beat you till and know you say you end up now. So waiting in the talk and waiting in the practice are two different things. This not to me talk, this not to we talk. We just the type of make you understand certain things them and tell you say Saturday. By the way, somebody just don't correct me. Juliet, let's just watch quick. Let's make sure say the right one. Correct me. Yes, Juliet. Thank you very much, Juliet, for where you tell me about. You remind me of the time. Actually, not to the 22nd, but at the 21st of this month, it will be next week Saturday. Chernobyl will there for talk about different things them, especially in recent publication them. Yeah. So this year an year of exposure, I think so, or revelation. Yeah, revelation. So whatever, I don't forget. But in the joint we start today for let we talk about different things then. And tomorrow we go on for let you come back and let we talk. Based on waiting, I don't try for explain. And waiting, China bar, the Africanist Press don't publish. What do you think? You think say that they do wrong for make sure say we the people understand or get the proper information who they get concerning how we government they spend like omole soccer. You know how omole soccer they spend eh? Once omole soccer don't check, yeah, anybody come, able one drink jolly. It's just the buy up, even when no say don't check. Because I find out in the last government then spend like drunken sailor. But this one now, they look they spend like omole soccer. Yeah. So what do you think about the way how the government they use with money and how then they defend themselves against corruption? And they call for the fight against corruption, which waiting to happen right now. What do you think? Africanist and publication, all way they don't do. Yeah, which one way do attention more? We go on for no from you tomorrow because sometimes they find out the waiting at the same. Let me evaluate some other people them in terms of what they do. If you want to do the same, so we can do them. But I think we just want to know what do you think about the work of Africanist Press? Who's one per Africanist Press, the publication or the story or the revelation or the expose where don't bring you, where don't catch your attention more. Who's one where you feel say really don't throw lights on your life in terms of how things then they happen inside the country. So inside the program, Blue Mind tomorrow, join we follow we talk about this particular issue. Okay. Well, I think say I go try for left now. I just make attempts for coming to today for lay the simple principle, fiscal action and prudence. The president is okay. The caretaker is okay. Maada Bio is okay. I will left and day. I know the end up that audio. I know the end at all MJ content. Not to me talk. Anyway, so we will join on tomorrow inside the program Blue Mind. We just come quick for come talk about things that really happen. Not just waiting they happen no more now. Channel page. What one we get for the go work on a channel page and explain to you waiting channel say, yeah. Okay, Bible a day. It is just that Bible get 1-2 strong engagements them. Me not to me talk. He said Maada Bio big bad. Maada President Bio big bad. Me I'm not talking nothing. No. De parola de parola de parola parola de parola ramatulai de parola. All right, so one for telling a plenty. Thank you for wanna join me. Say I'm Sembe big bad. President Bio, na man, President Bio doesn't need a second term. Agree that day. Agree. Okay, watch back. I can't lock guy like you do this person say. He say he big fool bad. Now so he say, I'm not talking nothing, no. I'm not talking nothing, no. I'm not talking nothing. Don't to me say, last week that talker. I mean, a Majid Malik. I talker maybe to me. I get to invite you to my space as I'm going to start to course in English. Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. No problem, sir. We compliment each other. And by the way, I appreciate you roll as well when you play now. Yeah. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much, sir. Boy Jalo Jamboya. Everybody with a plenty. Thank you for joining me inside the program today. I appreciate when I like, when I comment, when I share, and even when I just watch. Please, when I hit for the like button, YouTube, we get 314 right now with the watch, but we just get 141 likes. Please hit for the like button so we will able for make other people know about better one. On Facebook, we get 129 way don't react to the program. And then you get 136 with the watch. Thank you very much. If you don't like it or comment it, please do them, yeah? We'll vote for President Bio, but it's big error. Oh, Maada Bio will vote for President Bio, but it's a big error. I wish you can tell me more what you mean. You know, Aki Mpopo, na Rebel, John Williams. I don't know who that is talk about. Anyway, thank you all one more time. Please, when I hit for the like button, when I give it 200 likes now, when I will watch on YouTube, 200 please. We need more 41 people for like the program. Please, when I plenty with the watch, what happen? Wait till they do way wrong, go on no like. Please, when I tell we, wait till we do way on no like. When I tell we, so we go try for explain or correct them, yeah. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please make sure say please you subscribe, yeah, to this channel. So how you subscribe, how you like, how you share, and the more and other people let me know about this thing. Okay. So one more time, thank you. I don't know if when I get the message where I can pass to you, or if because I attempt. If I do my best, if you understand, not just say quick, but when I understand what I talk today, when I get the message, when I able to understand the differences, or when I able to get the proper message, please let us know before I go. And the last thing I ask for, if you understand what I talk, you get the message, and it makes sense, just tell me quick in the comment section. Just say yes, I understand. Or yes, it makes sense. Yes, it don't make sense. Yes, I don't understand. Please don't just get on quick before I go. Please, not just say. Let me pay with your uncle today in the commission of the Magbele Bridge. Yeah. Okay, next Saturday, the time now, 9 p.m. salon time, Annette. 9 p.m. salon time, yeah? For Chernobyl, 9 p.m. salon time. But we will pull a flyer where we will begin for circulate. Yes, it makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much, Linda Garrick. Thank you very much, Mama Garrick. All right, let me see. Let's just see. PLF people. Okay, John Jesse, Kushebo Kabo. I know say you don't can. Yeah, all right. I not like you, so I know they like your program. Okay, me like you, babe. Any a lot of sense. Thank you very much, Henry Bangura, Josephine, Boyawa, James. Thank you very much, thumbs up. Thank you as well. I will see. What's time? Yes, okay. 9 p.m. saloon time. China Bar Africanist Press, 9 p.m. I think something the way we need for do right now. We really don't need for left any vacuum, any space with regards information. So we need for the given the information, no good, no bad. Sometimes we know the cow nothing. We just can read certain people in publication, let you know waiting they happen, because we need for the amplify, publicize some of the company they post them. Well, not to the only who can you problem. and the one way will say, okay, go ahead, will not get problem, and they will go candle because I feel say we didn't together. By the way, yesterday I tell you say Prime Salon. I don't know them one day, but I can see them post them. Then share with program. Now the first, well, not a program, we flyer. Now the first blog around we don't ever share with flyer. So we want to appreciate you, Prime Salon. You know, I know sabi you know sabi me. We'll not talk one day, but just because of what you do, I want to tell you back. Thank you today. Yeah, for yesterday. We appreciate you so much. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, Koma Bokari Niawulo. I hope I get that right. So if I don't get that, pardon me. See, Khadija, good job we are. Khadija to Kose. Thank you very much. Thank you, Africanist Press, for allowing you to use. Yes, thanks, Africanist Press. Africanist Press, from the time where I practice as journalists, we done the hook up. Yeah. I play one music today. That music they then do them in 2016, 17. I get that music there. If you listen to the music, it just fits to exactly what thing they happen. Right. I'll play about before I take my leave. Yeah. J Bank's production. Yeah, Pastor Julius, I be do that long ago before ever this government kind of power, but always he talk inside that music day. I'll be the list, I'll be just the past and I drive them and see them. That's a wow. I think I need to bring this music and put onto light back. So that is why you listen to this music today. Yeah. And basically the music title, The Cry of the Kono Youth. That's so a title, yeah. And some of us we feel say we not be don't do something before. That particular music day, now the time where people be get issue with the last government. Now the time they do that music day. So not until today we begin to do this thing. So other people in the car ask me, say, hey, if this government come on power now continue, but this we enter this game. Yeah. We love doing what we do best, yeah. So even after this government we continue. Before this government we be done the inside them. After this government we do them. Now the last government now they will be get people and we be the camp, we get inside the last government, now they will be together like 100, 200, sometimes 300 people them inside like hall. We talk tough things them about things that way they happen by the government. Right now with Chris. How that morning? Nobody. Okay, we want to tell we are thank you for way in a push with subscription up. Thanks so much. TVS, we not ever tell una say we push we publicize for una. How comes you know about that the TVS? How comes? I think say we've been doing secretly for lay una no know. So how comes una know about that? We be just one for doing for app for you know we all day inside this business together. Anyway, we appreciate you for we thank we, but we not want to do for lay una tell we thank you. I don't know we talk now. I don't know that go Congo Sato now. Anyway, still on our app TVS. I don't share. I don't know. I'm not going to put a link right now, but on our app, then for let them go. Yeah. Oh, TVS say we there always. Okay, no problem. We appreciate that. Thank you very much, TVS. TVS video actually. No problem. We appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. We will continue for doing because we need una for really big. We appreciate what una do, yeah. With this inside this game, we are not to competition. Now for everybody, all man again subscriber. The subscriber where they are even sister admin, the side away they round for the day. So wow for the jealous we say, not for jealous, not just promote. The left side post you want for watch for the day. Yeah. Please can you invite Honorable Abdul Kagbo? Okay, I will try for invite Abdul Kagbo for come on board. You get any idea about how we can reach on to Abdul Kagbo? If not, we can find an idea. But if you get any idea, reach on to our WhatsApp number +232 for the Muhammad Bangwana. You had to talk to on Facebook. +232 79421437. If you get idea of how we for reach them. If not, we will find idea for research. Yeah. Thank you very much. We don't they follow. We are yes. Thank you, TVS Juliet. I mean, how are you? Okay. I'm okay. This I like the how you call them YouTube. That I get personal thing there. I make I can balance them because sometimes I can greet myself through them comments there. And I go back now Facebook. I go back. Yeah, my the family is strong now. Nah, YouTube, Facebook, I heard that they charge. They're not a joke. Then they charge themselves to them. We always say for this year that they charge me. Sometimes if we're not can make self close to and check our body. And they charge me. But the good thing is nobody never tells you they lie. You can tell it they win a propaganda no. But you don't tell you to the cows and lie. That is the good thing. Okay, they said of bring Keke Toma. We will try for each one to them. We will try. I will start with Lima. Let's try for each one to Lima first and see if Lima can come on to this platform. Yeah, we will try. We'll try. Now, wait till they can begin to reach anybody. Anybody will turn with another problem than they. But they try for reach them all. But they try. But you don't forget it. Let make this very clear. We not there for APC. We there for the people, and we want the people to be liberated. So, waiting that this simply means, it means say we get one mission. One mission that now for let the people get waiting due them. Then forget the right to freedom of expression, freedom of movement, freedom of everything. Then for even get right to for access, health, education, all of them things that them basic things them, water, light, all of them things that they. And we vision now for make sure say the government will they see to that. If they don't want for see to that, then we get one mission now for make sure say they get out of the place. And then we get somebody else. If the next person will come back, not ready, and one for make sure say they treat me like we na dokunu, we get out and back. But how long ago they do this? We hope say no more don't continue for doing. Because like me, I don't do a APC, I don't wire APC then say now na SLPP. Interestingly, the way APC been the SLPP been the opposition, the SLPP them been they I be their friends then. I've been interviewed a lot. I don't talk about this Lyle Lawrence, Lima, the team. I interviewed a lot. But now there's nobody no one for talk to me. And interestingly, then in the world be the interview the Lyle Lawrence, Lima, like all the interview AKK so right now. Then they come hard on the government. But now none of them no one for talk to me. And none of them no one for be friend with me. Because of what happened. We come hard back. So we will continue for doing. If honestly Lahai Lawrence Lima want for be honest, he go tell you say yes, I use for interview. And I use for interview and then tell them they when they try for pull 5,000 or 10,000, give me and they even tell and say no, because then tell them when they take money in a plot in hand, then they agree. For say, hey, pay transport. If I not be getter safe, I not be getter. But right now I not say getter. I not say getter, a getter. We don't do them. We don't do not to today we begin this thing. We didn't say this thing. Yeah, and are they know TVS them? Yeah, the team, they introduced me to somebody, then this there when one of the main man then, but one of the other person, we be done into this together. Yeah, so not to today. So sometimes the people in the can say, hey, I hope so now we do one for APC, we do one. We don't do one. We don't do one. This song here, we know certain things that I don't talk on. Now, I can always tell us some of the things that already happen now, not to today, then begin. The last government do, but now it was the smell. Yeah. Please, find out about BBC Media Action and talk about Salon program. In fact, it don't done before I left. Will not be the dry again before I left. Yeah. So find out about that program. If you want to go to play for your one time, but find out about that program and let you see the role where we don't play before in the last government. How we don't account to some people and we don't attack the government. Attila, Mustafa Baya Attila, the time I be deputy minister of social welfare, when I host them in a program. People they discuss issue, they attack them on issue, then say Attila grab, he say they come on at the program. They come on at the past when we put the program on hold, we go bring and come back, we talk to them, we come back, he can't continue the program. They say then fit there. That is how we be the do program. But now you get my do that the one way opposition person they see out Lyle or Slim on a radio, they try for pinpoint things them. They tell and say plain, let's take time talk. If not to that day, then go arrest them. They tell them on a radio, they know what happen. So imagine now, we will get my put people now, 100 people and waiting. That is why we had to look at the how the civil society and dialogue forum at the smile. Because not just pamper. Now the government and the pay civil society for all that kind of forum then they ask government for funding for that kind of forum. We don't. The tell will be the do program, talk about salary. We know they ask the government for that. The organization they spend money for itself. So when they hold the government to account, you know, they tell we say, now waiting, Karamokaba, we now in opposition, so they tell we not be political affairs minister. We can't go na Kenima. Inside the program heated. He vex where we come, he call we. He say, wait to make we do so, say now the program sir, now for beer. Now I no more get for say, now the program. He vex. But next time we talk to him back, he come back. So the reason why I come with some of them things they are, now for let you know, say, not till today we begin this, and we no go stop them. As long as life and well body day, as long as life, well body day, freedom day, we will continue for doing. And we know say we dey get long life, we dey get well body, we dey get freedom, and we will continue for do this. Yeah. So not till today we begin them, and we no go stop them today. Yeah, plenty things then the way we be don't do. We begin other program back where they be called forward, for example, meeting at the junction. Yeah, that then I count people them. It now they be different from talk about Talonena be the radical one because I indicate ordinary people. When you want for really get the feeling of waiting the happen at the country, the average people, the ordinary people, that man where they in a street day to day, count are hearing everything, life. That is why we think very well and say, okay, if we want to get the views of people. We don't need for the student to talk out Blue Mind. So now they with the idea of Blue Mind come up, as you can see now. We don't all the thing they tell you, they can't cost, but anything you want to talk a Blue Mind. So we will continue for doing. For you will not be done sabi we before. If you come and accuse we don't feel bad. We don't feel bad. Yeah, we don't feel bad at all. Yeah, we know say they no will ever come at this platform, Amen Street. We know that they. We know say they're not going to ever come. Because if they do, we know they attack them, but we ready with the issues and with evidence for proof, anything they say. You know, 1 or 2 times, then say we'll get and on the come and can attack, you know, try for come, call and waiting. But by the time they call, we'll cool them down, then they say thank you, now the right thing, I go then they go no more. Then they come back. Sister be I hear you. That day on Julius, now so more. That's how men they not to party. They don't see me safe. Interestingly, why I begin this till I always let me begin watch them. At one point, they block me, but I find out say they don't block back. So maybe I can attempt for each one to and sometimes ego respond and come. Because sometimes they find forgive olive branch, yeah, extend the olive branch to other people. Let we see. The final year, especially now running down to the election. But we get one in Barcelona, as far as we're concerned, this government they don't mess up, man. So whatever they can say now, like we just irritate other people anymore. But most people going for you from the state. But I will tell you for real, not to promote the agenda anymore. No. Man, the talk now play. I need to do this for APC. I the talk again. I need one for APC. I need one for the people. Especially the one that we really feel the pain, like me. Yeah? I not be the do the last time, I not be the do one for SLPP for SLPP car. But because certain things that the way APC will do, we come up with issue to discuss. So we do the same thing right now. We do them and we continue for do them. That is why sometimes we can tell on us say some people are even waiting right now, where they say they like with and they support with, they like with and this. When governments change hands, like Camaremba 6 months to don't begin wire. So we know say most people don't get for Lekwi. Most of the one they will get right now as friends, as this, they don't get for Lekwi back. Because the same thing get for happen. And we go ready. And we're not ready for stop it. Jesse, thank you. Indeed, we don't come out long way, eh? We don't come a long way. Certain people and they say the opposition, right? I call them, they go sabi, but the only thing me and they know to party. Because they tell in a government, they make party too much with person. It quiz you. In other words, it try for because in the bigger one system where you go find minister or whatever, go interview them. Like if we be there on 19th, for example, you go interview minister. Then sometimes then they pay you like 300,000 or 300 or 400,000. The minister just go give you 500,000. When you know say don't blunder. Let's be honest with yourself. Sometimes then they pay you 300,000 for months. The minister go give you 500,000. What should you do? If the tell you plain say, the story then I know, yeah, this is transport. You know what they exactly mean? No than a journalist, you know what they talk. It's not easy. The only way where that thing they can come out now, we not to that kind of hard interview or whatever, and they come out. That is why when we change, when I go into this other set of the journalism and begin do and deal with the people and directly and know what it mean for be a journalist. And that ended the professionalism don't they on top of me game. You know what I mean? Eh? Working with like the media action and so, it give you the standard. Yeah. We see other people, for example, where the other side, the XL, because they get the background, they get the know-how and all. Yeah, I know. Not all man go like we. That is why at times we not care about what people talk about. We not just care. What we concerned about, we do the right thing. That's all. That's all. We just want to do the right thing. Yes, Robert Carbo, now interesting thing you come up with, but it's very difficult. It's very difficult now for associate the platform with somebody because of the security of that particular individual. You know what in that they mean? Eh? If you train somebody, you get for the make lady come on the platform, then at the mouth of the devil, they go for the water one day. And we don't want for let anybody be victim because of we. Because most people go say, now we all along APC term, now we don't do this, now they do. That's the one way first way they not like before. So we want to wait and see if governments change, then we can do that one day all. But for now, let we handle the tagon for we say self normal. So we don't want to let anybody be victim of we own work. Nobody for now, because it's possible, it's really possible, say they go become victim. They go really become victim, and we don't want that one day. You know, that is why when we get people and say, when they work with we keep them secrets. Certain people them day. If you ask Bible and say, who done this person, and not Sabiam. If you ask me, say, who done this person, and not Sabiam. That is how we protect people. We not they expose anybody. Because any idea we get somebody, sometimes we talk to Sister and say, Sister and Sabi this person. Sister me get what I Sabi. So we protect who that we work with. We not expose nobody. Nobody. Because the security of anybody, if anything happened to them, it make me feel very, very down. Certain time there's something that can happen along the way, we can feel very down, and we can just decide for lay low for 1-2 days and come back. But in the day, for sell the boat, it's not really easy. It's not really easy, but we go fight. And we want to tell thank you to all my way they show concern about how we go on every other day. We just thank you and appreciate you all. And sister, I mean, I want to train you. Like you, I would train you, but on different angle then, because the real area where they want to follow train people, then you know we're able to go do that side. Yeah, so we want to keep people enforced. Yeah, and sometimes the people at that moment they don't will like the truth, but when they go back, then pillar will tell them, say, yeah, that's not the truth. They can relax back. But anyway, we just want to, I just can't keep on accompanying anyway. Blomai they come tomorrow, 3 p.m. salon time, and the Africanist Press today with we Saturday, the 21st of May. Let me say not forget because I just make my arrangements. 21st May 2022 on a Saturday, 9 p.m. Saloon time. Africanist Press. Are they right all, huh? Anyway, so I can't for now. Last year, how much people don't give you the like. Please, we still need 5 people for give you likes. So we reach 200. 5 people, please. This to the international community. Why is is this enough? So I think it is talk about them to lie. Please, you don't like it, give me 5 likes, please. Thank you. Let's see. Sembe Pierre, if I become president, you and you begin blast me, we party no go puelo because I left for land from criticism. Okay, yeah. People don't talk that deal, kunku. People don't talk, eh? I hope say you go stand by your. That is why sometimes if I look out potential leaders, then you can't keep the recording. Now for tomorrow, we go back, eh? For tomorrow. withstand the people that hate you guys right now because you are exposing them. These same people, together with the rest of Sierra Leoneans, will appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, I know. We know, and we're very strong. Amana to Sanusi, thank you. We are to keep up the good job. Have a restful night. Stay safe and keep healthy. We appreciate you. God bless you. We appreciate you as well. Thank you very much, Amana too. Right, we appreciate you. So we can go. Let's see if the 5 people they don't give. He left 2 people left. And then 2 people and then they don't hold me now. I don't say I don't say they don't hold me. They're not going to give me just so they go and say sit down there. I go man. Whether you can or not, I go. So if you know it better, I forgive and to like so on YouTube. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time and your suggestions. Okay. I left 1 person. This 1 person I lost you that it could be. Interestingly, when I say 1 or 5, they can, because some people not so they want no one like what they can forget because they can follow the conversation. Thank you, 200. Robert Cabo, can you bring the APC member of parliament, Kabbalah? Okay, I don't know him, but what we could do, we could begin to find them. I don't know him. Why you want to bring a robot? Why you want to bring him? All who know the like, share, and comment, we appreciate now. Thank you very much. Robert, quick one, why you want to bring him? I'll just see before I take the exit. Bible Kunku, get another engagement. That is why I'm not joining today. And we not be just one for day, we not come back today. I make her just say me fetan. Thank you for good job. Thank you very much. Frank Mekuma, thank you. Thank night, family them till tomorrow, inshallah. Okay, bye-bye. That's more hi. Thank you for your good work. Thank you to hi, Lasti. Sembepe, can I give your number to Abdul Kago MP? It go fine for we reach on to him, not to follow in reach on to we. Lord just show him some respect. So if you give me a message that I number, they just tell me say, or if you want, you give me your number, then we can reach on to them. That could be better. Yeah. Okay. Whistleblowers are protest even in workplace. Okay. Especially in the medical area. Okay, Robert, maybe we can talk about that later. I'll not get that clear. Thank you all for our time. We appreciate you so much, yeah. I appreciate you so much. Amir FS Camera, thank you very much. You said you're awesome. You're awesome. Salema, so welcome. You know, later you will continue. You watch a program later. I am Jatu Kasim. Thanks. How are you? Let's see. Especially okay. So I think I need to take me leave now. But I will let for now this music when our all-time music. Yeah. And please, I want to listen to the word in them inside this music and figure out how we can able to put them. So we recent or we present salon. Yeah. So we present the salon. By now we put together the lecture music then. Because we get for the place for music, then for let you come back to that mood, that election mood. Yeah. So in the meantime, I think we leave now. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much. We love you so much. I don't see somebody today. Analyst, I don't see analyst. I think it's tired. I don't see him. But anyway, until we meet again in another beautiful edition of the program, blow your mind tomorrow. 3 p.m. Yeah. Until we meet again, I want to say God bless you all and get yourself a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, good night. Salam alaikum rahmatullahi abarakatuh.
you, we dey beg you, make you come, oh Lord. Come and free this land for we. Daddy God, we dey pray to you, we dey cry to you, we dey beg you, make you come, oh Lord. Come and free this land for we. All the riches when they come on at the land, but still the big one they no get no plan. Look how we left and look how the lantern. When we talk then jail we, they say they go kill we. Una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Oh, the way we they live now it better make we die. Oh, una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Una kill we, oh yes who want for that. Oh, the way we they live now it better make we die. To you, we dey cry to you, we dey beg you, make you come, oh Lord. Come and free this land for we. Daddy God, we dey pray to you, we dey cry to you, we dey beg you, make you come, oh Lord.
YouTube and Facebook.